Family budgets continue to take a hit as gas prices in Arizona continue to climb. Tonight, new record highs. The average price of unleaded in Tucson is $4.71 a gallon. Diesel is nearly $1 more, $5.64 in Tucson, and climbing at an even faster rate. Rebecca Taylor looks at the impact of the astronomical price of diesel in tonight's News 4 Tucson investigation.
The cost of diesel fuel is not only impacting trucking, it's fueling inflation and trickling down to consumer goods.
Outrageous. That's a $5.59 a gallon.
As a repossession agent, Moses puts a lot of miles on his diesel truck between Tucson and Phoenix.
I don't have to pay this, the company does. If I had to pay this, I wouldn't be a driver.
I paid about $720.74 of just diesel. That's going to last me maybe about 2.5 days.
Owner-operators like this man, who asked to remain anonymous, are being hit especially hard. To stay afloat, he's stopped hauling freight outside of Arizona.
You're talking about somebody who's an owner-operator who usually makes about $6 grand a week or more. And by the time they've paid all the expenses and the fuel, they're only ended up with maybe $2 grand.
To fill a truck now is about $1,000, whereas even a few months ago it was only $600.
A $1,000 fill-up takes drivers about 1,200 miles. That's like driving from Tucson to Los Angeles and back. Bob McGill of HDS Inc., a trucking school and freight hauler for Swift Transportation, equips drivers with software for fuel routing and now limits where drivers can fill up to save money.
We restrict our drivers from going into California, Washington, New York, Pennsylvania right now. Sometimes they have to fuel up in those states and they call us and get approval to do so.
Diesel's spiraling price is a big contributor to inflation, which has reached a 40-year high. That's because truckers move 70% of all goods in the U.S. How does that impact consumers? Many trucking companies are passing on increased diesel costs to their customers through fuel surcharges. Consumers ultimately see it in stores on the price tag.
Everything you see, touch, use has come in on a truck. One way or another, it has come in on a truck.
What's more, for consumers, the economic shock is not felt equally. A new Bank of America report found household credit card spending for fuel surged to 7.8% in May, but a whopping 9.5% for families making under $50,000.
These prices need to drop.
Some independent owner-operators aren't able to pass on fuel costs. One trucker tells me there's talk of more driver boycotts due to sky-high prices. And if that happens, fewer drivers on the road could further drive up the price of shipping. If you have a story you'd like us to investigate, email us at investigators@kvoa.com or call our tip line at 520-955-4444. Rebecca Taylor, News 4 Tucson.